Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, and today I'm going to be playing once again Watch Dogs Legion. As I said in the last video, I'm going to be playing the Battersea Liberation mission for the Borough. It's quite a long mission comparatively, but I decided to play it from kind of a starting point of when I'm already there. So basically, you can see on the map, that's where the mission is. I'm already there. It won't matter really what kind of agent you use for this mission. I mean, the one I have is just a standard. She's got a shotgun, normal stun shotgun, a normal stun pistol, and the only thing I would recommend is the shield, the invisibility cloak shield. You won't need anything else. You will need things, but they're going to be, as I said with this game, the things you need are always where you go. So you don't need to have an agent taking spider bots and drones. They can be useful if you have an agent with them sometimes, if you're not on a specific mission. But if you're ever on a specific mission, those things will always be somewhere available. You don't need to have an agent bringing them. So this mission, we're already kind of, you can see we're at the level of the river in London, in Battersea, and it's already showing you it's further down. And what that means, because I've done this before, is it's under water level. And the only way to get to it, there is another way. You can go through the building. There's a kind of big shopping centre up there. You can go through there, and the other way is you kind of swim it. And now you can see the red ahead because that's all enemy area. So that's how it is. The only part of this mission that you can really get killed with is this bit. The rest of it is, it can be fiddly, and you can fall off things, and you can have to keep repeating, but you can't actually really get killed. So that's what's useful to have that, because if you've got the invisibility thing, you can quickly take people out, even if you, that was unfortunate because they were right behind me, but because I had the invisibility cloak, I was able to subdue them without causing an alarm, and of course they become invisible because I have that cloaking thing as well that uses that technology to make the bodies invisible. So yeah, the only way you can really get killed in this mission is in this bit when you're trying to get there. It's not a shocking mission, there's not huge amounts of guards, but there's enough guards that you can die. There's also, as you can see, there's a drone, a big riot drone or something, I think it is. Albion counter-terrorism drone, there you go. So you can get killed on those things. You can get killed by the guys here, but you can't really get killed once you get past this. You'll just fall off things a lot and have to keep repeating. There's not really any way to do this bit without getting, at some point you're going to have to shoot at those drone things, and unless you hack them, which you probably can. I've not really got that hack yet, I don't think, in this. You're going to end up having to shoot them because basically you can't disable that in one shot, and you're going to have to kill it. But we'll see. In fact, you might not necessarily have to kill it. I've never done this bit without killing everybody, but actually you don't actually need to possibly kill everybody, because you might be able to get into the always have that disrupt thing ready. And the reason that's really good is you can probably take these guys down anyway without that, but it means you can take them down really fast before they can shoot. And in this game, the minute someone fires a shot, that means that you're revealed. So that would be the way back up. you go, whack whack. Don't know what he's doing, but there you go, he's working for them, so who cares. So we want that key, which is always in this office, just to open a different door. And like you can see, the actual entering, it's not shockingly difficult. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm going to incapacitate him just because that's what we do. So, yeah. If you don't know what someone's doing in there, he was obviously working for Albi, and then incapacitate them. Like I said, this mission is different from the other Borough mission that I showed you, because unlike the other mission, this one you have to actually get to the target area. You don't have the option to kind of just walk in through a door. This one you actually have to get in. With a drone and a guy, so there wasn't really a way to run up and kill him. Okay, so that's fine. We didn't need to neutralise the drone upstairs. You don't need to go back up after you finish this. It's one of those, when you finish it, you go out of the door and you're safe, as far as I remember. So the fact we didn't have to fight the drone was good. We didn't really set off an alarm. We took out all the guards. We got down. You have to go just down that kind of door. There's a kind of tunnel under the dock part, which you just saw. I went down the step. A lift, which I'm assuming you never actually see the lift, but you assume you enter it. And then there's a little cut screen, and you're travelling downward during this, not very long, and then you come out here, which is in the abandoned power plant, which is actually what Battersea was.
As funny as it is to want to explore by frontage, I don't think it's working.
No shit.
Someone stashed a news drone here. You could use that to help you navigate the power plant.
So yeah, actually Battersea was a very, if you know London, or even if you don't, it was a very famous power station. It's on the cover of a Pink Floyd album. It's got 4 big chimneys, so it was a very famous power station.
That news drone I mentioned? Well, it has this lovely little light, and here you are in the dark. Are you getting this, or am I going to have to say
So, as I said before, there you go, there's the drone that we need, and of course, as usual, it was there waiting for us, because it would be, it's a bit like having played Element Space. I know this is a completely different sort of game in every sense, but the thing that's nice about this game is the things are difficult. These things I've really struggled to get past, these missions that have been really hard. But it always gives you the tools to do them, and it says, okay, here are the tools. We're not going to make it ridiculous or annoying. You've just got to think of it, or plan it, or think of how you're going to do it, or use the right people, use the right equipment, use the right entrance, whatever it is, or use the right skills. But it always gives you the things, so you don't have to run around doing silly things. Don't have to run backwards and forwards. So if this was made by the people who made Element Space, you'd undoubtedly have to bring someone with the right equipment. If they didn't have it, you'd have to quit the mission and go back to base to find the right things. But they always give you the things, so they make your life easier. And there's no reason why games need to be hard. So for no reason. The hard bit should be in the bits you're trying to play, not in just getting simple things that you could be able to have. So we follow the normal way in this game, which is, I think it's kind of the yellow pipes usually lead somewhere. So you kind of follow them around, and hope you find where you're going. And you follow the passages, and then you end up in a room. Like I said, it's not horribly difficult, that point, and you've already played even a few missions. You'll have got to the point where if you've played the mission where you go to the bomb site, the Torn site, and you get the drone that shows you what's happened there. You'll already have used drones and spider bots, so you'll know, how these bits work. And once you know how the drones and the spider bots work, this part is not difficult. Then you come in here, and you can kind of tell what it's asking you to do. So you can see it's going to want you to go there. So now what you want to do, after you've done that bit, you can see where you want to go. You want to open the door for yourself. And there we are, over there in the blue outline. Send your, don't do what you can do what I did. There's a lot of room for bumping into things in this. In some of the missions you can't damage your spider bots or drones because if they get damaged too often you struggle, and then you just hack out of that. Oh, shut the door. Okay, so you want to open the door that I just closed for no reason. And what I've actually done is I went a bit too far with the drone. So what you want to do is make sure you don't fly the drone away from you too far. I just did. And the reason for that is it's very dark here. So you're going to need the drone, and the point of this drone now is it's going to light the way. So you're going to have to use it, and then you hack out of it. It's going to be an ongoing process. You run round to where the drone is, rehack it, and see where you want to get to. And that's kind of the ongoing thing here. And you can see roughly where they're going to want you to go, because there over there is the next thing you want to get through. You can see kind of how it's going to be. If you fall off this, there is a way to climb back, which is there, but bear in mind that if you fall, it's going to be very dark, so you're going to need to keep eye of where the drone goes. I'll tell you for now, having done this quite a few times, that don't take shortcuts. And what I mean by, there's only one way you can go, so that's fine. But what I mean is you may think at a certain point, oh, I know where I'm going now, I don't need to bother rehacking the drone, I can run a bit further, like there. You're thinking you know where that goes, and you think, oh, I don't need to bother with the drone for a few steps, but you'll fall. And when you fall, it's annoying. So for the sake of hacking the drone for an extra, few minutes, don't take the chance. Once I fell, the first time I did this mission, I think I fell, and it was really, really hard to find out where I was going, because I couldn't find how to hack the drone again. And okay, well I fell. It's because I wasn't paying attention. So luckily, that's actually good to demonstrate. I fell where the light of the drone still is, so that's not super bad, because I fell early on. Good to demonstrate. That's why I did it, of course. Haha, not. And it means that I've shown you how to get back up, but when you fall later on and you're not near that ladder, it can be really annoying. But like I said, this game's annoying in a almost like in a good way, because you know what you're meant to do. It's not stacked against you. It's just, you just need to be careful. Jump up on that, you need to go there. There is only one way to do this. I know when you see it originally, you might think you can go immediately to the right, but you can't. So there is only one way to do this. And then you just have to keep rehacking the drone. And it will show you, you can see kind of like the best place where you can see where you're going, but where you can still see where you're going. Because like I said, otherwise you'll fall off something. And the further, like now if I fell, it's more irritating. The further you go, not just because you've already covered some distance, but the further you go, the further you are from the point where you can climb up again, and the harder it is to find that again. So, and like I said, you get to there and then it's easy to think, oh, I know I'm going straight ahead, so I will, but don't. Under any circumstances think that, because you will fall. And it's quite easy, these things that you're walking along, you can see they're not, you know, solid structures. It's actually quite easy to fall. Even when you've got the light, I would say, I have fallen. So it's quite easy to fall off things. And you certainly don't want to be doing it just because you're taking chances if you can't be bothered. So there you go, there's another little thing there. And you have to jump that. Now I so don't remember this, and I'm so not going to take a chance. I'm going to bring my... If ever in doubt, light the way. Because, like I said, even there, you know, actually there I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take a chance yet. So it says unlock, so I know I want to unlock that, which unlocks that door, which means I can walk along to there.
A secret Aryan prison for political dissidents.
There's enough light there for me to go in.
The people of Nine Elms won't stand for
Then I mean,
I know
go
ways,
and
but not until we show them.
collect your
Freeing the people
drone by
held in our
rehacking
own
it.
power plant will show them. Hell yes.
Like I said, if I'm bumping into things, I mean, I have played this game a lot, so it's just because I'm kind of doing it in a little bit of a rush or a careless way because I'm doing the video. So when I did this first time, I didn't do it like that. Okay, so here we are again. There's the way down. You can see that there's not a way across there. It's always kind of good at the beginning to kind of know where you're going to end up trying to get to. So you're going to try and get right across to the other side there. You can see that red, that's another door. So you know kind of where you're going to go. And then you just got to kind of work out how to get there. It's not difficult to work out, you can see. And you can see there, because I thought this was the first time I played, that could I get through those two yellow pipes to get to there, that would make it quicker. But you can't. And try as you might, you can't. So you've got to go that way, which is annoying, but that's how the game's up, of course. So you have to come down here. Like I said, it's very easy, even though I've done this quite a lot of times, to fall through something. You think you're like, there's a hole there, and you can't even quite tell if that's a proper hole. It's not actually. So then, like I said, there's no point in getting ahead of yourself. This mission's not shockingly difficult. Actually, I would say that the way it's difficult is if you make it difficult for yourself. Once you've got through the initial part of the enemies, the rest of it is really just on you to not get lazy or careless, and then it'll be fine. There's only one part where it's actually possible to really mess up because of the fact it's a bit tricky. So we're banging into a few more things, but that doesn't matter. And then you can see where we're going. Whoop. Do that. I know I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to stop, although I know I'm going to still go up because I don't want to fall. Falling is bad. Falling in any game is really bad, actually. It's not something you want to do. So then we come back to here. You can see where we're going to go. It's nicely laid out. But again, you just have to be careful. Hands and need to have a very deft touch to kind of get through things. Is a mission where you have a mini drone thing that you have to fly through vents, and there's a few missions like that actually, and they can be very tricky because the problem with those ones is unlike this one, if you bang your drones against too many things, they will explode and die. And in this mission, it doesn't happen. You can kind of bang your drone against as many things as you want, really, and unless you're crazy, you won't damage it to the point it doesn't work. But in some missions that can happen, and when you've not got delicate touch like I really haven't, then that can be awkward. But I'm good with these kind of ones. So. Then you get to this, and this is the only bit that's a bit irritating. So you get here, and it's a drone. So we're here, and this is the only bit that's irritating. Now I tell you now, you can't jump that. You have to walk it, and it's not undoable, but I'll tell you what, I so know this little ledge so well, I'm actually gonna, because you can see the way my drone is, it's actually gonna cast a shadow and make it hard for me to see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna fall off. Oh, okay. Well, that's all a bit irritating. So when you fall off, and like I said, that is the one place in the whole of this little scenario where you are likely to fall off. You can't, you know, I did this the first time. You look around and think, can I climb back up that? Can I climb? But you can't. So you have to go back to there. And start again. And like I said, there's a few missions like this where you have to kind of go backwards and forwards a little bit. I suppose it's like all games. Need to go back up another level, I forgot. And then all you need to do is, with the same care that you did, I mean, it's not, you know, you're just in it, it's not like hours, it's a few minutes, but it's very easy to kind of think, right, I'm just going to rush it because I've just done that bit, I won't do it again. But don't. And then we've already come through one room, so it's not that you go back to the first room, you just go back to this little bit. It's not bad. It's a little bit annoying, but I mean, you know, annoying in the context of it's annoying because you made a mistake. The game didn't do anything wrong. You just made a mistake. So we'll keep looking for our drone, keep hacking it. Right the way. Sometimes like this bit you can sort of see where you're going for a little bit, and because you've just done a bit you can kind of work out where you're going, and you saw where I just went, and so now I know I don't need to like that one little bit. But like I said, don't risk doing that too often because it's really easy to fall off something. And it is really dark in there. I mean, there you've got no way of knowing what's ahead. Even though I just did it, I can't remember. This bit's relatively solid, so you can kind of run around to there, and you get to the annoying bit again. And there it is. I think I'll do this in 2 goes, so I'm not going to try and do it in one. And then we're there. Like I said, I'll put the light on that side. And let's see if we can There's no benefit I've seen. I mean, I move quicker that time, but I'm not necessarily certain that's necessarily anything that's going to help. It's just that that time it worked. The first time it wasn't that I was moving too slowly, I just fell over the side, and I played this before and fallen over the side when I was moving very quickly. So it's not a thing where that helps one way or the other. It's just, again, a bit like. So this is where you really don't want to fall off something, because you've just done the hard bit. You need to just need to pay attention. Don't think, I've breezed it, and then just run on, because there's always somewhere to fall off, even if it doesn't look like there's some, really isn't. You just don't want to, take the chance when you spent like 10 minutes doing that fiddly thing twice. So then you get to here. And it's going to tell you to do one of those. Now, this is good, because I don't think I've done one of these in this game before, I can't remember. I mean, I've done it myself, but I'm not sure if I've done a video of it. So it's doing one of these, it's called a network bypass, and what it is basically, as you can see, there's loads of little locks and things, and you have to link all the parts up to make the circuit. It's not difficult usually, and it's a very difficult one. It's in a mansion of the leader of Clan Kelly, which is the most difficult one I found to date. But it's not, it's pretty straightforward. But sometimes you just can't see where other lines are. It depends. Sometimes there's a few of these in very high buildings where it's very hard to see where an extra line goes. But it's doable. And what's relatively simple about these, you're not under any time pressure to do them. So you've got the drone, you always use drones or spider bots to do these things. So you've got, I think it's a few times you can use cameras. So what you want to do is get wherever that circuit comes from. I can't see where that comes from. That's the problem. Okay, it's there. So you just want to see, that's what it is. It's always this one little bit of circuit somewhere that you haven't quite seen. And it's quite fun, I quite like these. I'm not really a puzzle person. I can't say that I like puzzles in games much, but I mean, I count these as puzzles, and they're quite fun. Because again, like everything in this game, which I like a lot, I like everything about this game really. It's everything is you can think it out, you can do it. It's not giving you stupid odds or things that are impossible. It's just like you need to work on it, and it's doable. Most of these switchy things, it's just a question of one way to get one circuit and one lock to unlock, and then put it back to get something else to unlock. So there you go. That wasn't too bad, and I wasn't paying super attention to it. So then you go back to here, and you'll need the drone in there for light, but not for anything else really. So then we unlock this.
Fuck this. People are brought in here and submitted to punishment until they break.
Your new drone light.
Disappear for good.
That's so horrible.
So we're now investigating this thing that used to be a power station that they now use as a kind of internment camp or prison.
That should allow the detainees to escape.
And we'll just get this in somewhere so we can kind of see where we're going a bit. And you could be a bit more cavalier here, because you kind of know that you're not going to fall into anything. So there's that. Back to drone, and we want that for the light, nothing else. There's no more annoying little hacking things. You can hear the people screaming and you bam. And again, it's relatively obvious where you need to go. There's nowhere else you can fall in, but especially when you're playing this for the first time, this mission for the first time. I mean, I've done it so I kind of know what to expect, but you know, just like I said, everything, there's no point in rushing things. So we're in here, you can see there's a guy there, and you kind of get the gist of what you're going to end up doing now. So get any way you can. Break up the security, release the hostages, that's what you're meant to be doing here. Get a little cut screen of the fact you've released the hostages. You don't actually see the hostages being released, but there's the cut scene where it shows you the borough's been liberated, and there's Battersea Power Station in all its glory, and you see all the little fireworks, and the border on the borough goes blue. Which is all fantastic. Then it will tell you that's the girl who showed us a connection to the borough in the first place. She's the one that gave us the info.
Won't be able to do that to anyone else.
And she'll say thanks.
Nine Elms is ready to stand with you all.
And the whole borough's with us and blah blah blah. All very nice chat.
That's what everything got said. The word is out now. Down with Albion.
So that's that bit. And there you go. Actually, I forgot there wasn't a door to leave in this. You actually just end up outside again.
Notice. The first-hand accounts from the people who were in there will certainly fire up Nine Elms.
And that's it.
Well done.
So as you can see from, and there it goes, Borough is defined, Nine Elms. Actually, I kept calling it Battersea, but the borough's called Nine Elms. But anyway, and there it is. We've got a new agent, because I think when you liberate this borough, you get a hitman. I think that's what it is. So, or hit woman. There it is. We're out. We've liberated Nine Elms and Battersea, and on our big map, it shows up as liberated, along with that borough there, which is Camden, which I liberated in the other video I did earlier, and the ones that are still unliberated, and the red logos are still missions in those boroughs I needed to complete to even get to the point of liberating. So there you go. It's not difficult. It's more difficult than the Liberate Camden one, which is really simple. I mean, all you need to do to liberate that is go through these little side missions, and once you've done them, the mission to liberate Camden is simpler than the side missions to get to that point. I wouldn't say this is simple. Once you've done a few missions, it's not difficult, because it's not simple like the other ones, but once you've learnt to fly the drone thing, once you know how the game works, it's not difficult. It's slightly longer, and yeah, I think the first time I did it, I fell off things a few times, and I didn't do what I've said to do now, which is to make sure you use the light at all times and don't just run into the dark and hope, because you're too lazy to use the light. So but yeah, there you go. That's the Liberate Nine Elms Battersea mission completed. Thanks for watching. I think next time I will play another mission in Watch Dogs Legion. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a small mission, not a very long one of the just get an agent missions, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to do one in a kind of, let's go in and shoot everybody, literally, not try stealth, just go in and shoot everybody. And then I'm going to do another one of the same type of mission in a attempted stealth. just so you can kind of see the difference and the different way things happen. The go in and shoot people mission will just be going and shoot people, because obviously there's no stealth. The stealth mission may end up becoming a go in and shoot people mission, but we'll see how it goes. But I think I'll just do that next. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.